Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the SlideDeck2, and you can access that on this side here. That's another one of those plugins that I've loaded into here. And that's what powers that the first page of the website here. This slide here. And you can see it does have a little branding here. This is part of what comes when you sort of the drawbacks of doing free stuff, but you know, it's up to you guys if you want to pay to have that removed or pay for a different thing. We can talk a little bit more about that, and you can just email me or something, and we can discuss different options. But for free ones, I played around with a lot of different ones, and I feel like this is the one that sort of gave you the quick and easiest, lots of different functionality, and still has a kind of a nice responsive feel to it. And when I say responsive, I mean you can sort of drag these things down, and it sort of resizes with the page. So there's not most different plugins like that will charge extra for it. So this is one of the few free ones that I found that still works pretty well. So we're going to go back over here, and you can see that you have the choice of upgrading, of course, and they'll always want you to try to upgrade. So that's up to you guys. I don't really know actually how much it is, but at any rate, this allows you to mix and match from different places, different sources. There's a lot more what they call lenses, which I'll get to in just a second. There's just a little bit more bells and whistles, but this is basically the main function here. So we're going to go ahead and I've already created two slideshows. You're going to have the same options no matter whether you click on one of these or you click here. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the one that's running on the front page now. So you just click on that one, and I just called it main slide example. And you see this little logo here. This is actually the Flickr logo. And Flickr is a image or a photo management site. It's got some social components too, but it's mostly just you can upload pictures there. It's free. I think it's actually a Yahoo product. But it's kind of a cool little. It's free. You can just load up your pictures in there, and then create the slideshow out of that. And I kind of encourage you to do just that. So you can see where it says add source. The button's kind of messed up there. And here's where you can add content. So say you wanted a slideshow of YouTube videos. You've done a lot of, maybe you just came back from one of the powwows or something, and you have a lot of different videos you want to show off on the front page, or even on a secondary page. You can create one just YouTube videos. You could do it with using just the posts. I haven't been able to figure out how to do it just pictures, so I don't think that's actually an option. But your posts would work too. Twitter, if you guys have that, or Pinterest would work as well. And like I've shown you already, I'm using the Flickr one. But I'm going to click off this now. We're just going to stick with the Flickr here. And you'll see the preview, and this is actually pictures that they've loaded up in there. So when you come down to the bottom below, this will always be your screen that shows you what's going on. So you can just keep looking back and forth at it. But this will be the different menu options. So the first three lenses here are free. And you can see, like, if you see this little green, like, bookmark looking thing, that's sort of a, ooh, pay us more and we'll give you more lenses kind of thing. So there's three main looks here. I don't, unless you really want to go too crazy, I think these will probably work for you for most of the things that you're going to do. It's going to calculate the difference here. I changed it up to this different one here. And you'll see this has the different, just a slightly different layout, and it scrolls up and down instead of left to right, but not too big a deal there. On the setup page, you can change it to, I've custom sized it to 750 by 600, but you're more than welcome to change it to anything you want. Small, medium, large, as big as you want, as little as you want. I think that main box for most screens will probably be around that 800, 900 mark, so you don't want to go too much bigger than that. But beyond that, you can change to up to 5 slides. This will let you do for the free one. I don't think if you want to go more than that, then we'll have to discuss a few other options, but that's sort of that. And then you can do different overlays. So on hover, it shows sort of the menu items here. And then for the appearance side of things, you can change the color for accent. They got a lot of different options in here. Unless you have a real pertinent reason to, I would just leave them alone and see what it looks like. If it looks okay with you, great. If not, change what you'd like. It's definitely one of those things you just sort of explore and play around with, and you can scale proportionally, you can scale and crop proportionally. You can hyphenate the content so that when the words wrap around, they hyphenate. All kinds of different images here. Here in the content section, you can link the entire slide, the tile length, if you want it to wider or smaller, or there's all kinds of different options in here. So I'd say the best thing to do is just load up some pictures into Flickr or one of those options up here, like I showed before, and then come in here, load them up, and kind of play around and see what you come up with. On the navigation side, you can have the controls hover. Yeah, the main thing here is that maybe perhaps the playback. Starting slide, you can pick a different slide, but you can randomize it. This auto slide deck. So when the page load, it automatically flips around. You can turn that off to where you actually have to click the go left or go right buttons. You can increase or decrease the time between. And then these are different animations, so you can ease them in and out. You can swing, which is basically what it's doing now, which is more like a fade kind of thing. You can linear do it, stretch out, bounce out, all those stuff kinds of, like I said, just a bunch of bells and whistles. Play around, see what you like. Once you've got it the way you want, just click Save Slide Deck. And then when you want to add it into a page, so we'll go ahead and just click over to, let's just say the pages here. Oh, yeah, we'll just leave this page. We didn't really change much. Otherwise, we would have saved that there. That's the other cool thing about WordPress is if you try to navigate away from the page you're on and you haven't saved it yet, it'll say, "Oh, wait, did you mean to do that or not?" So it's kind of a cool little feature. It kind of prevents you from making boo-boo sometimes. So we're going to come in this page, and you'll see along the bar here at the top, there'll be an option for SD or slide deck, if you will. So right there. So if we just come in here anywhere in the page and click slide, that little button right there, it'll pop up that menu that has a slide deck in it. And you can choose it as an option, my slide deck or my example. So you just click that, or double click, or insert actually rather. And it just pops in that what they call a quick code right there. So alternatively, you could actually just type that in, and that would work too as well if you knew what it was. So anyway, that's pretty much how you add the SlideDeck2 to your page.